Helps if you turn it on. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. I am Fenneko. I am the community manager here at Broadsword Online Games for Ultima Online, and we are here to do another Play With Me session. And I am decked out and all set for nice, warm, gameplay today because it's cold. It's cold everywhere out there. So, yeah, we're all nice and toasty warm. We're ready for a nice gameplay. I want to, first of all, mention that, if you're just figuring us out, don't forget to hit that follow button, subscribe button, heck, hit the like button if you like what you see. And also don't forget to follow us on all the social medias as well as UO.com and sign up for the newsletter. It gets you in the know about UO. We just had a bunch of stuff drop today, so I'm very excited about that. We had a new video for New Legacy drop. So if once you're done here, go ahead and head on over to YouTube if you're not already there and watch the New Legacy video that was just dropped today. So yay there. Lots going on in the Ultima universe, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're checking out the tree. Obviously, the tree went from the Charlie Brown tree that we started off with to this beautiful tree that you see in front of you. It is all decked out. It is gorgeous. We still can't collect from the elf yet because he doesn't have his bag of goodies, but we will collect as soon as he does. Because last time we already gave our bulk order deed, so we're ready to claim our prize now that the tree is looking good. And the tree's going to have tons of presents. So, welcome to the stream, Blue Kitties, again. Welcome to the stream, Mother Ghoul. You love the ears. They are so beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, I have so many ears. And I have a surprise yet. And I'm hoping it'll be here next week. Because I do. I have a surprise for everybody. I have new ears coming. But they're not just any kind of ears. These are super special ears. And they were customized just for me. So I am really excited to show you guys when they get here. So be sure to keep watch on that. Yeah, we're just gonna have a great time today. We are just gonna have a great time today. Um, yeah, the tree is bigger than yours. I don't know about that, but I don't know about that, but hopefully you've got a little bit better of a tree. I hope you do. But yes, it's yeah. Ember Rose is laughing too. Welcome to the channel again, Ember Rose. So we're just making sure that everything is all set and ready to go so that everybody can see everything wonderfully. And yeah. Just doing some last minute checks into here. Making sure everything is good. And so far it's looking good. And I think, yeah. I think we're good. All right. So. All right. All right. Tiny trees are adorable. They are. They are. You should have seen the tree before. It was a Charlie Brown tree. It was a sad tree. It was a bent over tree with like 2 little ornaments on it. It was so sad. There was no needles of, no pine needles or foliage on the thing at all. It was terrible. It was sad. But thankfully, the players of Catskills have come through and the tree is looking absolutely stunning. So we have the beautiful lights going, we have the ornaments on there, and of course, we have the snowflake at the top. So exciting. I love it. I love it. All right. So we're going to talk about a few things before we get fully in gear into everything going on. So one of the things I did want to mention was I know Pitter last time had talked about the Friday night hunts here on Catskills. And today is Friday. So if you're thinking of something to do, there is the Friday night hunts here on Catskills. And I will have to double check what they're doing. I want to say it was Medusa. I could be terribly wrong, but I thought it was. Hello, Gladius. Welcome to the chat. So I'm just gonna take a look real quick at my notes. It is. Let's see. Oh, so the people who got the tree all the way up is Spanky and Jeff, Rowley and the KS Guild. Also thank yous along for people that helps. Great Lakes residents. Well, hello, Gladius. Yes, we're on Catskills today. We're on Catskills today, but Great Lakes is an amazing shard too. Alrighty. But yes, I want to say it's Medusa this time. But if I am wrong, please, by all means, correct me if I am wrong. But Friday Night Hunts is tonight on Catskills if you're looking for something to do. I know Great Lakes used to do, I don't know if they still do, you'll have to correct me, but Sundays they do Frog Void Pool. I think they still do it. I don't know if it's called that, but anymore. But yeah, it was Frog Void Pool on Sundays. I'd be interested to know if that's still going on. Very nice. You're the Guardians of Valhalla Guildmaster. Very, very nice. You do on occasion. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. So Friday Night Hunt, I do apologize. I don't know why I get certain things in my head. I think it's because so many of you wonderful, wonderful players out there tell me about so many events that are going on. And I want to thank you all for the invites that I get. You guys are so kind. I wish I could go to every single one of them, but it's just, there's not enough Fennekos for that. But yes, Friday Night Hunt will be taking the fight to the Solon Hives. So that's nice. Gladius says, we still have a few running around. Nice. Very nice. So yes, like I said, I have so many that invite me to so many wonderful things. And I really do wish I could go with all of you to these things, but there simply aren't enough Fennekos out there. You still do Void Pool on occasion. GOF hosts it sometimes. That's nice. Yeah, GOF has been around for a very long time. They have been. So it's nice to see. It's nice to see the older guilds still kind of out there doing the thing. That's great. That's great. So, okay, so we do have a few things that we can talk about right now. And that is, you know, if you're unfamiliar what's going on in Ultima Online, which I don't know how you couldn't be familiar with what's going on. We've got a lot. I mean, we still have the nightmares going on yet, so you can still get your totem and get yourself a colored nightmare. We still have the Shadows Awakening stuff going on, doing the treasure chest, you know, getting that manifestation of evil. So you can still be doing that. We still have Shattered Sanctum going on, which is the town invasions, which they added going to the Solan Hives to fight all that stuff as well. So still have that going on. Then we also have the Artisan Festival that's going on right now. That's where we're standing by. And then finally, starting this weekend, we have Krampus starting up again. So we've got a lot of stuff going on right now in the realm of Ultima Online. So it's really nice. It's really, really nice to see so many things going on. And then, of course, we have New Legacy. I mean, we just had a huge amount of quality of life upgrades to New Legacy, or updates to New Legacy now, that it's just absolutely amazing, everything that they have done. And I cannot wait for next year, because I'm super excited to see all the new things that are coming for 2025. And I'm going to be so excited to share them all with you guys. So, yeah. Remember the old days when GV and GOF did the Nest House event with Lady Lava? I do. Yes, it has been busy the past few months. Yes. But, yeah, it's... Goodness. Yes. A lot of stuff. But you can't say you're bored. You can't say you're bored, right? I mean, that's just not possible. You cannot say you are bored in Ultima Online. There's too much to do. Just too much. And then with Krampus coming this weekend, I mean, I can't imagine anybody sitting there and saying, I don't know what to do, whether it be a crafter or a fighter. I mean, whether you're passive or, aggressive when it comes to play, there's something for you. There really is. So, again, I just can't imagine that. Yua was one of the greatest games ever created. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. You wish you could have played Yua when it first started. Yeah. The greatest game ever made. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you, and welcome to the stream, Buffalo Trace. Yes, I will 110% agree with you guys on that one. It is. Yeah, it really was something truly magical when Ultima Online first started. It was amazing. It really was. It was a new experience. But the great thing about Ultima Online now is with these events, you still can get that experience, especially with New Legacy. Welcome to the chat, Witty Otter. Yeah, I still get that experience even to this day when they come out with like new events. And like I said, especially with New Legacy Shard, I will say 110%. I had that same feeling, those butterflies in my stomach and excitement of everything when I started New Legacy. It's just a magical experience, and I truly enjoy it. So I would say, Blue Kitties, if you have not tried New Legacy, give it a try, because I will tell you 100%, if you're looking to get that experience, that's a good way to start getting it, because it really is a magical experience. You started playing October 10th, 1997. Wow. That's amazing. Wow. Gladius, I love doing the treasure maps and SOSs. Yes, Blue Kitty says, yes, they're a lot of fun. They are. They really are. I love doing SOSs because it is such a relaxing thing to do. You can look into, I would 100% recommend you look into New Legacy, because it's so much fun. It really is. My first day was with the Second Age expansion pack, which I'm pretty sure was the first one, says Buffalo Trace. Wow. I was playing just not long before Trammel was introduced. That's when I started playing. I was I played on at the time, a shared account in the game before Trammel came along. And then I got my own account after Trammel came along. And I was very excited to see um, to see everything all over again. It was a magical experience. Uh, I don't I don't think any other game has quite given me the same experience that Ultima Online has given me. It's given me so many absolutely wonderful memories. You started around late 2K to early 2010s, if you remember. Yeah, I mean, and that's fine too. You've been around quite a while then. You've been around quite a while then. At least 14 years, right? That's a while. And you know what? Everybody starts somewhere. We still get people that are playing for the very first time. Oh, pardon me. We still get people playing from the very first time, today. Buffalo Trace says, I remember being online when Tremel went live. Everybody's staking out land, waiting to place their house. I placed my villa, the game crashed, and I had to log on the next day to see that I got it. Oh, yep. January 1998, fell was rough. Yes, it was. And thank you, Witty Otter. Thank you, Blue Kitties. Yeah, I mean, I tried so hard to get a place in Trammel, and I just was too late. I just couldn't get one fast enough, and I was bummed about it. And then at the time, a friend helped me get my very first little stone tower. It was like one of the open concept towers in the swamps. And I remember being so excited that I had gotten it. And then I neglected to set my house to private. So as I was decorating my house, things kept disappearing, and I went, oh no, what's going on? And I thought at the time, like they were just randomly disappearing. And it was my first interaction with a GM, my very first. And they told me, they're like, someone's stealing your stuff. You have to set your house to private. And I went, no. So I lost a bunch of stuff. Somebody got lucky, and yeah. You're scared of Fel? Used to run naked back and forth from Vesper to the mountains mining, avoiding the PKs. Yep. Owning a house in this game was just the best. The economy is what makes it great. Money and land actually meant something, unlike other MMOs. Very true, Buffalo Trace. That is very, very true. Yes, it really does. And I mean, it still does on, I would say 99% of all shards. It really does. Atlantic being primary, I think, as far as when it comes to that. Atlantic definitely still holds very high when it comes to selling houses. You could still find land if you look hard enough. You're not going to find a place for a castle or a keep or anything like that, but you can still find land on Atlantic. There have been plenty of times I've placed a very small vendor house on Atlantic and then, after a while just dropped it and moved on. You've always dreamed of a castle. I didn't get my first castle till a few years ago, and I've been playing this game a long time. I was super excited when I got my first tower. Gladius, I have a keep. After all these years, never found a castle spot yet. Yeah, it's really hard. Like, you gotta really look, and sometimes, yeah. Castles are nice. They're classic. Castles are just absolutely classic. And mine still looks like a castle. So, have not converted it. Still a castle. Still, yeah. I still love the look of a castle. I converted my keep, though. That I did do. When they started talking about converting the keeps and everything, I said, there's a couple of them I really need to go for. So, yeah, the classic houses look the best. They do. They do. It's the nostalgia thing, I think. You have a custom keep, but always dreamed of having a castle. Yeah, hard work, luck, determination, and gold. Lots and lots of gold. Yeah, I would say. I mean, if you play on Atlantic and want a castle, good luck. That's all I could say. Good luck, because you don't see many selling on Atlantic anymore. I think the next highest price house would have to be those in Luna. Those probably would be the second. I remember when Malice first came along. And man, did I rush through that moon gate trying to get a house spot. It was just bogged down. My internet was like, nope. I finally got there and there wasn't a single spot. Is Atlantic the most popular? Atlantic and Asuka. They are, I would say, the bigger shards. There are 2 for sale in Luna on Great Lakes. 2 castles or 2 Luna houses? Oh, duh, Luna. You said Luna. Duh. There are 2 for sale in Luna on Great Lakes. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you find them and sometimes you don't. But Luna was another one that I remember the rush that came when Luna houses came along. And I tried to place one because there was an empty spot. And I remember just clicking and clicking and clicking and clicking, and I thought I placed the house, and it turned out it was somebody else that placed the house. I was so bummed. I was so bummed about it. I was like, someday I'm gonna get one. And I did. Yeah, it did. It overtook Britain as the game capital. It really did. I Britain used to be the hub for hanging out. West Britbank was the hub for hanging out. Yeah, Luna did. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Gladius. West Britbank was the hub for hanging out. And I miss that. I do. Yeah, that's true, Blue Kitties. It is a constant battle. It is difficult. I think housing today is still a constant battle. Minot was always my favorite, says Buffalo Trace. Minot is good. Moonglow, Verity Isle. I used to hang out at Moonglow all the time. That was my place to hang out with all my friends. We would hang out at Luna. I would sell pets. Back when pets actually could make you some nice gold. I'd sell pets at Britain, at West Brit Bank. But Moonglow was my town. Yeah, Friday night, you could never see the road in Britain with all the folks there. And Saturdays. Saturday afternoons, forget it. You were not going to see any ground. It was seas of people. It was crazy, but it was crazy and wonderful all at the same time. You would type, dragon for sale and your price, and you'd hit enter and you'd wait. And it'd be a hot minute before it'd pop up. But that's how you knew that, there were people there. That was the greatest. That was the greatest. It was the greatest feeling, too. It absolutely was. Pets can still make you gold, but you need a couple good pets, like Blaze, Coos, or pre-patch Nightmares. Yes, there's a lot of pets, older pets, that still can bring you a few nice and shiny gold pieces. But yeah, I'm talking like dragons and unicorns and stuff. It was amazing how many folks would have so much fun together. Oh yeah, we would. The roleplay community was so massive back then too. Absolutely massive roleplay community. You will always be on the hunt for one. Yeah, oh man. Those are good days. Good days. But they're still good days. They are. You can still get that feeling. It'll be your faithful companion. Yeah, I will say that, yeah, you can still get that feeling. You can. You can. Guilds still bring that magic. They really do. Guilds still bring that absolute magic. They really do. That's the great thing. And I think what I really enjoy is that, and this is my personal opinion, just my personal opinion, I think the nice thing about Ultima Online is that you can choose to PvP or not. You don't have to if you don't want to. There are areas that you can live and go to that doesn't require you to PvP. I mean, you could be 100%, passive and run through Fel if you want. But I mean, if PvP is your thing, I mean, there's a place where you can just go to town on it too. So I like that. I like that there's that difference. I know some people, it's an unpopular opinion. I know some people liked it when it was just, one facet. But I liked the fact that we had, two different facets now, because it allowed the people who really enjoyed doing that to still continue to enjoy that. And the people that were kind of like, look, I'm just not good at this. I'm just gonna stick to here because I'm just not good at that. Because I mentioned it last stream. I am not. One thing I do think is a problem is the economy. Everything is so expensive. Yeah, the old adage is still true. And I think to this day, the old adage is still true. Everything is worth what someone is willing to pay for it. So if you're selling something for a plat and someone buys it for a plat, then the idea is someone's probably going to sell it again for a plat, because that is what the market determined is its value. So I think, and it's true in like real life too. I mean, something's only worth what you're willing to pay for it. So, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I don't know how you could really tackle the problem. I don't really know. It's just, if a player's selling X and they determine it's worth Y, then that is what it is. I'm no good at PvP. That's why I stay away from Fel unless I need something urgently from vendor search. Yeah, I go to Fel, but I can't PvP. I cannot PvP for the life of me. I'm very vocal about it. I will not hide and pretend like I'm amazing at it, because I am not. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. So, okay, again, we're waiting for the sack to appear here. When it does, there'll be presents everywhere all over here. And, yeah, that'll be our kind of notification that we can collect ours, because we already dropped a bulk order deed on this guy right here. Oh, I think we were standing too long again. Uh Oh, no, I agree with you, Gladius. I do. It's hard to afford certain things. It, you know, some people make gold easier than others, and I totally I can sympathize with that. I can. I can. But again, it's one of those things where I mean, they selling an item, you can charge whatever you want. I mean, I could sell the cloth in my bag right here, the 70 cut cloth for for 7 plat. Doesn't mean anybody has to buy it for 7 plat, but you know, uh younger folks and new players. Yeah. You have to start out. But to put this in perspective, just food for thought. When we first started, think about how much it was, how much a million gold was when we first started. That was a crazy amount to think about. 1 million gold. It was if you had 1 million checks in your bank, you were a high roller. I mean, really, you were making gold. You were good. But I mean, I think it's just inflation. But anyway, that you have to make gold. I mean, some people make it easier than others. You saw a blessed deed for 10 mil the other day. Woof. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, the great thing is you don't have to pay that. So, I mean, you do have the choice. It does mean you might not get it, but I mean, you it's not impossible to make gold here. My pair of shoes are not that important that they need a 10 mil blessed seed. I don't know. I mean, were they made by Nike or something, Motivated you to work on your tailor. See? There you go. I mean, there's always ways to get things. I think it's one of those things, unless it's a rare item, you can't get it anymore, or an EM event item or something like that. I think you can always, make, you can always get it yourself. Will it take you time? Absolutely. Would it take you a lot of energy and stuff like that? Absolutely it will. But you'll learn to appreciate it so much more. Amira. They were made by Amira. You're a bit of a spender when you make gold. You go broke pretty quick due to a lot of the stuff. Oh, yeah. That's that's the you gotta spend money to make money. Isn't that how that goes? You gotta spend money to make money. I have to sometimes. I have to sit there and go, do I need that? Do I need it? If it's pink or cat related, the answer is yes. Yes, I do. Everything else is like, but do I need armor? I mean, yes, I'm a little squishy right now, but do I need it? There's that pink thing there, and I could be a squishy paladin for a while. Yeah, it's not a big deal, right? I could be a squishy paladin for a while. And we're gonna restart our thingy here, because it kind of froze because we were just standing there chatting. How very dare us just standing there. Ooh. At least we weren't bank sitting, right? Just slap on some metal underwear and you're good. There you go. That'll make it easy, right? That's the classic, female armor, isn't it? We're just trying to get in right now. It's being sillies. There we go. All right, there we go. I normally spend my gold on stuff that can help me get an item faster. Like when the pirate has special items in the trade for cargo crates, that's when I go buy cargo crates and go from 100 mil to 2 mil. Oh, I see. I know they're a staple in these games. Though, could go out and get the cargo yourself. I mean, I'm not saying it's easy and you can do it easily, but I'm just saying you could. You don't have to buy the cargo, you know. You don't have to. But, shiny stuff is shiny stuff and we all like shiny stuff. It's pixels. I need the pixels. That's usually what I'm screaming is I need the pixels. Do you need the pixels? Yes. Yes, I need the pixels. Why? Because. But sometimes you're lazy. See, there you go. Yeah, UO has, how do I put this? Ultima Online has also become my place of retail therapy. Which I know, retail therapy is not healthy, but I'm spending it on pixels. And I'm using pixels to buy pixels. So, is it really bad? You're stealing my shoes. Don't steal my shoesies. I'm not wearing shoesies. I'm barefoot. See that? I got no shoes. I got no shoesies. So yes, I would honestly say that, if you can do it yourself, go do it yourself. If you can't, obviously, and you have the gold to waste away, steals feats, then by all means, I mean, it's your gold ultimately. You play the game the way you want to, right? I just make gold and spend gold. That's all I do. That's what I'm good for. You need me to spend your gold. I'm your gal. I'll spend it. I got no problem. I'll do it quick too. You won't have a problem with me spending the gold. The dog stole my invisible shoes. I'm not wearing shoes. I got feet. But yes, so Krampus. We're going to be doing Krampus next week to kind of show how to do Krampus, because I know there's a lot of people who are new to UO. They don't know how to get Krampus to spawn and how it works. So there is the Minister of Trade. There's a house that's going down. Oh dear. There's the Minister of Trade here, and what you're going to do is you're going to get a trade order. Now, the trade order, and I'm just going to get one here, just to kind of show what it looks like. And we'll do this again. Don't worry. We're going to go through this next week. So, you're going to help the economic interests of the city. You're going to accept this trade order, and you're going to take whatever they need. You are going to take to the next place. Now, the trade order can consist of a variety of things. So it can be food items that you need to fill it with. It can be weapons, armor, resources. It's just kind of a hodgepodge of things that you would fill the box with so that you can do that. Now, you have the choice of, if you can make it, you can add made items to it, or you can just buy them from the actual, cities. So, for example, if I needed mandrake root, I could just go in here and I could buy, if they're requiring 10 mandrake root, I could just buy 10 mandrake root and drop that in there and it'd be fine. They're not particular about which one you get. You can either buy it, you can make it if you can. If you've found it in the world and, say you're going around, you need 10 mandrake root and you found 10 mandrake root on the ground, you can use that too. So it's not particular where you get it from, just as long as you fill it. Now, the idea behind a trade order is you have got two ways that you can deliver your trade order. Okay, so the first way is you can use a moon gate. Now, if you use the moon gate to do a trade order, your prize to doing the trade order, your reward, is going to be less than what you would normally get. So doing trade orders, and I'm just going to try, give me one moment. I'm going to try and bring that up really quick. Go to uo.com here. All right, doing trade orders. Okay. Trade requests. Here we go. So, and I'm going to load that back up there. So here we go. We have the trade orders. All right. So you're going to get your trade order, and the wiki has everywhere where you're going to find the trade minister, because that's who you're going to deliver it to, is the trade minister. So like here I am in Vesper, and say the next one that I have to go to is Trinsic. Well, that's where you can see the little U there. That's where I need to be to give it back. So the thing is you're going to fill it with what you need, right? You're going to get your crate, you're going to fill it, and I'll show you how to do that. So then you have to make the delivery. If it is an island town, you're going to have to use a boat to get there. Now, you don't have to, but you're going to, if you want the better chance at a better reward, you're going to have to use a boat. Now, during that span, you have the potential of getting attacked. Now, you can fight them, you can run away, your choice. But these mobs are going to ambush you. And when they do is you have the option. You can either, slay these or you can run away. Now, the gold that a city treasury gets is also determined by the number of monsters that you slayed on the way. So killing these mobs, these ambush mobs, are actually getting these mobs and slaying them is actually better for the city. Okay, because that goes towards their the city funds, as it were. Distance also affects the number of resources awarded. Walking rather than running for allow more ambush encounters. But I mean, yeah, there is a cap as to how much a city can get too. So don't think like you can make $1 billion, gold by, for your city by doing a single trade run just because you decide to take a step, wait 2 minutes, take a step, wait 2 minutes, and battle every step. It's not how it's gonna work. But if you deliver the trade order safely, then you're going to get a reward. Now, you can choose not to deliver it to the city, and you can deliver it to Slim. Now, Slim has 3 places that you're going to be able to deliver him from, and Slim is going to give you his own reward for giving him the trade deal. So, if you do an honest trade, a deposit of funds to the origin city's treasury. So, if you have affiliation with, say, Minoc, and you continue, if you want your city to keep getting the gold for the funds, you're going to want to start in Minoc. Every single time you're going to want to start in Minoc, because every time you do a trade run, that city's going to get the funds. So it doesn't matter about the other city, it's where you started the trade. So keep that in mind. So then what it's going to do is it's going to tell you that you got X amount of gold deposited into that treasury. Your deeds in the city of that, in that city are worthy of praise. And then you also get praise for the opposite city as well. So if you're looking to gain kind of your notoriety in the city, your fame and your karma for the city, then yeah, definitely that's a good way to do it. Especially, for example, say you want all of the city's banners. A good way to do that would be to do trade runs for all of those cities, and then you get enough admiration in that city that you can go buy the city banner. And because you do have that notoriety with the city, you can put them up in your home. So I would say if your goal is to get all of the city banners rather than making a character for each city and getting it that way, because I know that's what people did before. What you can do is just do these trade runs, get, all those for all the cities, get your admiration up in those cities, and then you can buy those that way. Um so um so your items that you could get is one in a set of storybooks with a unique story from each of the loyalty cities. A random NPC guild sign engravable with a wooden container engraving a tool. Random resources for blacksmithing, carpentry, tailoring, and imbuing. A random 0.1 to 1.0 scroll of transcendence, and positive karma and city love in the destination and origin cities. So, I know I used to do trade runs a lot, and I did it so that I could get all the city banners, and then I could get all of the NPC guild signs, and then it was also great for resources and scrolls of transcendence, especially if you're looking to make gold. I would say this is a good starter way if you're looking to make some gold. Trade runs are a great starter way to make some gold for yourself, because you can sell those scrolls of transcendence, especially if you get a really good one like magery or taming or anything like that, or chivalry. You can make a good amount of gold just by getting those. So I would definitely say, really, if you're needing gold and you're not sure what to do, this is one good way to start making some decent gold. Now, if you decide to smuggle your trade, you're going to get penalized. So you're going to lose karma, and you're going to lose love for your city, okay? And what you could get is one of these. And again, it's one of. You're not getting all of these. So you could get a skeleton key, a random magic item, a random scroll of transcendence from 0.1 to 1.0, a rare chance at an expired voucher for a free drink at the Fortune's Fire Casino, a rare chance at forged artwork from King Blackthorn's castle, a rare chance at Slim the Fence's Little Black Book, a rare chance at Slim's Shadow Veil, a shadow-colored leather mempo, basic stats plus faster casting 1, negative karma and city hate in the destination and origin facilities. So in addition, you will also get, by doing these, you can get a multitude of different titles. Except for Slim, you're only going to have an option of one. For Slim, you get Smuggler. That's a title that you can add to yourself in your titles menu. Otherwise, if you do one trade order, you get Trader. If you do 25, Exporter, 50, Broker, 100, Tycoon, and 150 is Magnate. So there you go. You can get lots of really nice things by doing trade runs. So yeah, I mean, we were talking about what's a good way to make gold. That is an excellent way that you can make some gold yourself if you're new to Ultima Online and you're like, hey, I can't make a lot of gold. I'm kind of new and I'm working up my skills yet. This is a great way to both raise your skills and also get some gold in the process. So, but keep in mind, like I said, if you use the moon gate, the amount that your city gets plus the item that you would get is not going to be as great as if you took the time to walk it there or take a boat there. So keep that in mind. Now, how does this incorporate into Krampus? Because I know that's the next question, because we were talking about Krampus. So how does this incorporate? So every trade run that's done and completed, so every trade run that's completed adds to this Krampus points. And the more trade runs done, eventually Krampus pops out and he goes, okay, my turn. And you have to defeat Krampus and his minions and stuff. So I would say that if you are looking to do Krampus, that's what you have to do. They will announce, when Krampus has popped up, as well as where. So you can join in on the fun if you need to. But yeah, definitely if you want to get involved in Krampus, that's how you get involved, is by doing these trade runs. You have to follow through on them. So there's your other problem. I know some people have the problem. I've had it a multitude of times where I'm in the middle of a trade run and suddenly Krampus appears. Now, and doesn't appear near me, appears near somebody else doing a trade run. Well, great. Now I want to get involved in that, so I have to leave. Well, now the problem is all the ambushers still are going to come after me even while I'm doing this Krampus thing. So now I've got to deal with Krampus and all his nonsense, as well as all these ambushers. So it's a chance you got to take. But if you want to make the most out of what you get, stay away from using magic. Stay away from the moon gates. You're gonna have to do, your due diligence and walk or boat your item to there. Now, you can ride a horse or whatever your preference is. I mean, I'm not saying you have to physically just walk the whole way there, but I'm saying you get the point. So, yes, but we're gonna join in on the Krampus fun next week. Now, some other things that we're going to talk about next week is we are going to be doing some stories. I've received some stories, some holiday stories from you guys, from players or, that players have written that we're going to share. So we're going to get a nice cup of hot cocoa ready and we're going to sit and I'm going to make that into a fireplace. And we're going to sit by the fireplace and we're going to tell some beautiful holiday stories, okay? And we're going to have a great time with it, I promise. And we're going to, so far the stories and everything, they're amazing. They really are. They really are amazing stories. So I'm excited to share them with you. They're very heartwarming, some are. So yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And then again, we're also going to be doing Krampus and all that good stuff. So, it's going to be a fun time. And don't worry, if you want to get your holiday story to me, you can still do that. You still have time. I'll be streaming it on the 16th and 19th. So you'll be able to get your story to me, no later than, I would say, the morning of the 19th. That way I can tell your story, but you can email it to me. You can send it in any kind of message through the forum, Facebook, any one of those, Instagram, Twitter, or X. I'm more than happy to look at them. So please, by all means, send me your stories if you have one, whether it's something that, happened when you were in UO that you wanted to share, something that someone did, or a story you made, in UO, set around the UO realm for the holidays. I will proofread them first, so I'm not going in blind. I will proofread them first, and if they are not considered appropriate, then yeah, sorry, I can't read them. So do keep that in mind. Let's keep it appropriate, so to speak. Yes, I'm drinking my invisible drink. All right. So now we've talked about Krampus. We've got the Artisan Fest in full swing. We've got Shadows Awakening already going in the cities. We have, Shattered Sanctum already going on in the cities. We've got Shadows Awakening going on with the treasure chests and everything. So there is plenty to do. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the Solon Hive. I'm gonna show you where a good place for the Solon Hive is, so that if you want to go to the Solon Hive instead of a city to do the Shadows Awakening event, that way you'll know how to get there. So you can follow along, or you can kind of mentally, save it, download it to your brain, or, save the video and watch, around this, marking about an hour in to kind of see where you would go, right? Super easy. Super easy, easy, easy. That's the way we like to do things. So let's go. First, we need to get to a moon gate. Or if somebody has a moonstone crystal, we'll use that too. Mong bats. Oh no, look at that moonstone crystal. So, I like to go. I want to say this is right. I want to say it's right. It's been a while. And I'm probably wrong. I'm probably absolutely wrong. Let's see. I'm just going to make sure, because now I'm second guessing myself. So we're going to do Solon Hive. Yeah, the Solon Hive. There we go. No, I was right. Okay. I had to make sure. Sometimes that hamster's, pulling his weight. And sometimes the hamster has decided it just doesn't want to work. So, All right. So we're going to go. Hello, horsey. I love the footstep noise. I don't know why. I just absolutely love the footstep noise. Do 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 do. Should be right around here somewhere if I remember correctly. Oh my goodness. What did I stumble upon? Oh. Oh. I stumbled upon quite a mess, didn't I? Ooh. Look at that. Giant Zugi fungus. Skeleton. We've got, dead trees and spiders. And oh my goodness. Oh. So, Solon Hive. That's how you get to it. Again, I will go here. Oh my goodness, it's so loud in here. All right, so I'm going to pull up my map here so you can kind of see. That is where we are. Okay. Zooming in doesn't help. Enhance! Doesn't work. So what you're going to want to do is see this building right here. It's almost directly kitty corner. If you line up this corner here to there, that's where you're going to want to be. So you line up that back corner and you just go straight this way. Go kitty corner from that back corner, the gypsy tent, back corner, straight down. You can't miss it. you can't miss it. So I'm going to move this again. And then what you're going to do, if I can move things around properly, then what you're going to do is you're going to double click the hole there and lay voila. Look at this. So many. So we've got the red Solon hive here. And in addition to that, we've got all of our undead peoples and thingies here. It doesn't look bueno. Let me tell you, it doesn't look good. We're just gonna wander around, I think. Just kind of get an idea of how everything is in the Solon hive here. And I kind of like this better than the cities. Oh, there's that Solon. Oof, that Solon is not happy with us. I kind of like doing this a little bit more. I think it's a little more controlled, in my opinion. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but what do you think? Do you like the idea of, the hive being, available, or did you like it just when it was the cities? I would love to know. What do you think? Ooh. Look at, they're so angry. They're all so angry. Look at them. So we've got the Solon. If you are good with the Solon, then you won't have to worry about them attacking you. If you are not good with the Solon, then you got to worry about them and everything else attacking you. Here's a good place, by the way, to get yourself a beetle if you need one. You can go here. There's usually 2 that spawn in this location. There they are. See, there's the other one. That's nice. So usually, that's a good place to get yourself a beetle if you want a beetle. And if you are like, well, how did you get there? Just, you can take a look as we move along, so to speak. And I'm just kind of going through the Solon hive here. There's really no specifics here. I'm just having fun wandering through the Solon area here. See? And that if you were doing the Solon quest, obviously up here is where you would find your Solon matriarch. Hello. We're almost matching. So, yes, and like I said, you can go through any way you want. The map to the Solon is right there. But as you can see, the Solon hive is actually quite huge. So there are multiple entrances to the hive. So there's the Minok and the U entrance that you can go into, and that is just straight over from oh goodness. I'm trying to remember that location now. The goodness, I'm like flaking out as to what that house is, but it's straight over. So when you see the house there, and then you can go through, you can do this through Fell as well. So if you want to do Fell, you can go through Fell, and then there's also the Trinsic entrance, and that is super easy to get to. You just go straight out of Trinsic, just keep going straight. You cannot miss it. And then the Britain entrance is right before you hit Compassion Desert right there. So it's just right there. So again, can't really miss it. If you are really having a problem with where to find everything, again, the wiki here, and I want to point this out, the wiki here has a great, little map as where everything is and where it's going to lead you to. So, that being said, you can easily sit there and go, okay, if I go through this one, where is that going to take me? Okay, so and then you would just match it up with where you need to go. Um, so yeah, just really pay attention to these. And then it also tells you where everything is as well, and it's nicely coded. I think so. It's nicely coded. So the ambitious queen is here, not to be confused with the matriarch here. So the ambitious Solon queen, the matriarch. There are several. But again, you have the red ones in Trammel and you have the black Solon in Fell. So that is the Solon hive in a nutshell. But yeah, easy to get to. 4 different entrances, which means there's 4 different places that you could sit and enjoy and wander about, and you wouldn't have to worry about it being too crowded. I really enjoy the Minok one only because it's really close to the Moon Gate, and like I said, it is just right off from the Gypsy tents. So I enjoy that one. But Trinsic is another really good one because it's just straight out of Trinsic. So I mean, it's up to you how where you want to start, but there are 4 entrances, so plenty of opportunities to pick different places to go. You don't have to be in one place. So yeah, look at them go. It's wild. There's a lot of them here. Look at that. Now, keep in mind, we are looking at this at an odd time. So it's not surprising to me that there isn't really many people here. That doesn't surprise me because, to be perfectly honest, it is kind of an odd time during the day to be here. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time to be here if you're looking to do this by yourself, There's those beetles again. And I know, like, if you're doing the quest from the library, you're also going to want to look for the egg sacs and stuff like that. I tend to do them a lot because I love the seeds that they give, but that's just me. I like doing the little things in UO. They're so much fun to me. Lots and lots of spawn, though. Let me tell you. Plenty of opportunities to get exactly what you need for that. See, here's that one of the sack areas that you would have to go into, and then you would just sit and finish out, and then it would tell you to move on to the next one. But that's one of the places. Again, there is a very nice wiki for it on the forum. So I would say that if you are interested in that, I mean, definitely check that out. Oh, look at the ant lion. The ant lion. Oh, news. See that? And like I said, if you're getting lost, you don't know how to go, by all means, refer back to this to kind of get in through Minok if that is the way you want to go in. And then here is where we all started. See? Very easy. Once you get the hang of the Solon Hive, it's pretty easy to get through once you get the hang of it, But it can take a while. I mean, I find that doing the seed quest really helped with getting to know the Solon Hive. Obviously, I mean, if you're trying to do that now, probably not the best idea. But not at least without some help. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that you can do while you're playing UO, especially if you're looking for those rare seeds. Those rare seeds are nice. And then there's the Moon Gate, so we can go in here. And I am gonna go. Let's see. Let's see where we can go to kind of give an idea. You know, I think we're just going to go to Luna and Malice. There we go. And the reason I am going to do that is because dun, 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 we are going to go to West Britain Bank. And I know people are sitting there and going, why though? Why are we going to Britain? Why are we going to Britain? Because I'm going to show you something very cool that we have if you need to get around and you don't quite have a good rune book yet. I'm going to show you a couple good places that you can venture to get yourself from point A to point B. And if you have one of these, you can also submit yours too when we get there. It'll take me just a second to get there, I swear. I'm running. So here we are. And what is it that I'm talking about? This, of course. So here in my little house here, and it is a little house, and it is right next to the Counselor's Guild. Again, there's the Counselor's Guild. There's Fenneko's house right there. It's right there, right before the bridge to Castle Blackthorn. So right in this house, there is a library. And these are rune libraries. And basically what it is you can go to any one of these. And yeah, easy peasy, right? Go to any one of these and check out their libraries to get where you need to go. But, you know, again, if you have a rune library that you would like to submit for this, please, by all means, drop it right there in the mailbox. I will be more than happy to get it in there. Just shoot me a message that says, hey, Fenneko, I dropped a rune in, you know, the mailbox on, and then name the shard so that I know to look for it there. Otherwise, I might not know for a while. And then, of course, we have the bulletin board here. And if you have a guild that's looking for members, you can post it on here as well. Just hit post a message here and post the guild that you have, as well as the person to contact to be in this guild and how they can contact you. So like email or anything like that, definitely just post it in there as well. So during these times, if you need a group of people to do certain things, then that's how you're gonna do it. And yes, I know I still have to decorate my house yet. It's looking kind of scarce. I know. And then here is the Counselor's Hall, just in case you're unfamiliar with oh my gosh, Catskills Counselor's Hall. You can see this is where it is. And it's a lovely Counselor's Hall. And all the EMs decorate theirs differently. So each one is decorated very different from the next. So. And the EM for this particular shard is EM Obsidian. Just in case you didn't know. I'm sure you already did. Who doesn't know EM Obsidian? Everybody knows EM Obsidian. Come on. Yeah. Okay, so I guess what I'd like to do is take a moment to ask if anyone has any questions about any of the content that we have going on right now that I might be able to answer. If I can't answer, obviously I'll let you know, but otherwise, are there any questions that you might have about the content? And again, if I can answer, I will gladly answer. But, yeah. Because I know it's a lot. It's a lot to dump on everybody, especially if you are new or returning. It's a lot. We have a lot. I know, like one of the questions was previously I was asked if, the nightmares, are they still going? Yes, yes, they are. Um, Gladius, you're all good? That's good. Well, I know it can be a little intimidating if you just join a game or you just come back and you have all this new content. It can be a little intimidating, Uh suddenly you're told, "Oh, you know, here's all the stuff that we have going on. Have fun." I mean, it's like a basket full of goodies and you're not sure where to start. So I get it. I do. I fully get it. I have, joined plenty of games where they have this huge bag of content and you're just like, I don't know where to start with this. And the great part is with Ultima Online, you don't have to start anywhere. You start wherever you want. And you don't have to do all of the content. You can do some of the content. If you don't want to do any of the content, again, that's up to you too. I personally would say do the content. It's fun. But again, it's your call. So, but as I said, I know it can be a little intimidating. So I just want to make sure I want to try and make sure that this experience with Ultima Online is a pleasant one. And that if you have any questions, I can direct you if I can't answer it. Or, if I can't answer it, but you need a little more context in it, I can direct you to where you might have all the answers that you're looking for about this. I'm just here to make your life a little bit more wonderful in Ultima Online. That's my goal. Is to make everybody a little bit happier. I know it's a hard it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I know. I kind of put, the whole world on my shoulders with that one, but you know what? That's my goal here. To make sure everybody's happy and has a great experience. In any way I can. I mean, within my power, of course. I can't give and do everything, mind you, but if I can help, of course I will. I know one question I did get, and I meant to go over this earlier. Uh, when am I getting back to doing EM events? Because we still have a few shards on the docket that we need to do, and the easy answer is 2025. The easy answer is 2025. The reason behind why I put a pause on them is because we had the holidays coming up. And I thought doing more of these fun, no super commitment, you can do it anytime kind of things were a little bit more, we're a little bit nicer than having be here at this time. If you're not, it's over kind of stream. And while I do really enjoy doing the EM events because I love, what comes from them, because I find them absolutely fun. If you've never done an EM event, I highly suggest you do one. I just felt like putting them on pause until next year was probably the best option. So we're going to get back into it, and we've got a few shards that we need to go through. We need to do Chesapeake. We have a new EM on Chesapeake that's been there for a few months, and I also wanted to give that EM some time to adjust to their shard without thrusting the, hey, I'm going to be here, don't stress, don't freak out, I'm going to put you in the spotlight, right away. Because I know that can be really, really stressful to put somebody, to kind of push them into the spotlight and go, okay, do your thing. No, but give them a little more time to get adjusted to their shard so that when I do go to them, they're like, oh, yeah, no, I'm comfortable with my shard. I know what I'm doing. Let's go. So, yes, Chesapeake is on the list of ones that we need to do, as well as a few Japanese shards. We're going to continue with those beginning of next year. So, those will wrap up as far as doing all of the shards, because we've done almost all of them now. So we've just got a few more that we need to get done, and once we do those, then that will be everybody has gotten their shard done at least once. And then what we can do is we are going to leave it up to the EMs to kind of decide when they would like me to showcase their events and see what happens. So I'm still aiming for 2 a month, but we'll see how that goes, because it really is, we want to make sure that they're comfortable with, me being there and showcasing everything. So that's the whole thing. The initial idea of doing all of the, shards for EM events was to kind of showcase, oh, hey, this is the EM, this is what they do, this is what it's like on each shard. So everybody kind of saw what it was like on each shard. It's the, oh, well, on Great Lakes, they do it this way, and on Lake Austin, they do it this way. Well, that's weird. And you can kind of see the difference in how they do things, because each EM has their own means of doing things. And I think it's really cool. I really love it. We also talked about, I had a request that when I go to these events, that I have the backstory and everything of the, everything that's happened up until that point, so that I can kind of catch everybody up instead of going in blindsided with it and just enjoying the actual, that 1 hour or 90-minute event. So that is something I also will be looking into doing, is spending, we might start a half hour early and just go, okay, we're going to talk about, what led up to this point, so that when we get into it, we all know what is going on for the event. And I know some, it'll probably only take 30 minutes. Some may take a little bit more, but we'll get there. And yeah, we'll talk about the event so that everybody's caught up, so that we know what's going on, so that when we start into it, we're like, oh yeah, we know about that. Yeah, we know. Okay, cool. So even if you didn't go to the events, you're still like, oh, okay, so that's why that's happening. I hope that makes sense. But it has been requested that I kind of get the backstory behind what's going on. So, and maybe I can drum up some neat ways of getting that all put together, so that we can do that. So we'll see what we can figure out, as far as that's concerned. Lots of ideas for 2025. Whether they come to fruition, we shall see. But again, that is the gist of EM events, as it were. As far as play with me's, those will also continue throughout at least at the very least, I can say the beginning of next year. Those will also continue. I'm not sure 100% on the schedule for next year. I know I started doing these Wednesdays and Fridays to kind of, show, hey, this is what's going on these days. I don't know if it's going to, switch days or what. It really depends on a few things. So I will definitely, make a post about that when that happens, so that everybody knows what's going on. So nobody's, looking for me, say, if the schedule does change. it'll be out there. And I also try and keep the schedule up on Twitch as well if you're watching it live. So do check out Twitch. If you're not watching it there, do check out Twitch so that you can see, oh, they said that they're streaming these days, and then you know what's going on. But overall, that is the whole streaming and EM's, thought process, as it were. So hopefully, I hope that made sense and it doesn't sound like just absolute random, nonsense. But if it did, great, because that was my intention. Is there any other questions? I know, aside from, maybe, questions about, the events themselves, what do, my opinion, maybe. I don't know. I'm just here to make life a little bit easier, that's all. And I know, I'm putting everybody on the spot. I know. Putting everybody on the spot. It's just all right, you got to tell me now. I know. I put everybody on the spot now, and everybody's like, wait, what? I just did the, raise your hand if you know the answer and pointed to everybody who didn't have their hands raised. What is it? I always thought that was so cruel in school. Teacher would ask, what is this? And you'd have that one kid that raised their hand, and you're like, all right. And then they'd call on you, and you'd be like, wait, excuse me, what now? I had many a times the, deer in the headlights, face of, what? Indeed, Gladius. That was your rule? See, I got real smart though when I was in school, because I learned that our teacher would always call on the people that didn't have their hand raised. So even if I didn't know the answer, my hand was up. I was like, I'll answer. Never call on me. It'd just be, I'll answer. And he'd be like, nope, I'm going to call somebody without their hand raised. And there were few kids in my class that figured it out. It was just the dude, raise your hand up. The nice thing is I'd say probably 95% of the time I did know the answer anyway. So if he would have called on me, but there was always that 5% chance that he was going to call on you when you had your hand raised, and you were going to have to be like, you want that now? Can you give me 5 more minutes? And then, of course, now that we have, all these search engines and everything, and we have our nice little phones and stuff. And yes, I have a sparkly case. Now that we have our phones and everything, it's the, in college, it's the, well, geez, I had a professor tell me that he said, well, he goes, it's too bad everybody doesn't have a magical device that has an entire library at their fingertips that could give them the answer. I mean, it'd be really cool if we had that to give the answer. Running through Fan Dancer Dojo, getting all the steel balls to turn in for points at cleanup officer. Nice! That is a good way to also make gold, Gladius. That is a great way to make gold, actually. That one, I will say, getting stealables or other stuff, and dumping them for cleanup points, using those cleanup points to then buy something that you could sell on a vendor. So, I mean, the great thing is it costs you nothing to do. And you get, you can sell these items and make gold. It costs you absolutely nothing. Well, it costs you time. It costs you time. But it's a great way. It's a great way. Yep. Bingo. Yep. It, like I said, it's a good way to make gold. You're not gonna become a multi-platinum, billionaire in UO in, a month, but I mean, it'll make you some good gold. There are ways in the game that you can make gold. Is it gonna make you a bazillion gold in a month? No, it's not. But if your only goal is to buy what you need and your interest is like, I really don't care about all the deco stuff and everything else, which I don't know why you wouldn't care about the deco stuff. I care about the deco stuff. But if your thing isn't, deco or minimal deco at least, you can sit there and do these things, and you can easily make a living doing these without any issues, having fun and everything else. I know these events are great opportunities to make gold. Absolutely smashing opportunities to make gold. You sit at the events, you do them, you run around, you get your points, you drop your points off, you get what you want out of it first, and then you take those points and get the stuff that people are looking for, and you can sell them on your vendors. It's a good way to make gold. I know one of the hottest selling items when it first came out with the Treasures events was the bandage belt, the Band-Aid belt, the first aid belt. That one, I remember so many people going, I need that. I need that. I don't have time to do the event, but I need one. And I remember those selling like crazy. People were making a ton of gold off those. And it cost them nothing. They just sat there and they did the event and got the belt. Did the event, turned in the points, got the belt. And then they'd sell it on their vendors and they'd make a huge profit off of them. But again, it was something that didn't cost you anything more than time. And I think that's the biggest thing that I would say with Ultima Online is if you want to make gold, you don't have to necessarily spend it, but you will spend it in time. So you might not make, I don't know what fell there, but you might not make a ton of gold, you might not make a ton, or I mean, you might not have to spend any money, but you are going to have to spend time, I guess is where I was going. See, something fell and it just threw me off, okay? It just threw me off completely. The very definition of a squirrel moment just happened, and y'all witnessed it. My brain went, something fell. What? I need to know. I know it's not going anywhere. It's gonna stay, there. But, yeah. Just my 2 cents if you're looking to make gold. But... and you can do it also by, doing the bigger bosses in the game too. Like, there are some that won't make you the gold that it used to, but you could still make a good profit. Everybody's always looking for, armor pieces and stuff like that, They need them and they enhance them, or they transmog them or stuff like that. So I would say... get out there, do all that stuff. Doesn't cost you a dime, just time. And I would also like to add that I know a lot of people are nervous, with, well, not really nervous. That's not the right term. They are unfamiliar with, vendors and stuff like that, and, how to sell on a vendor and stuff like that, maybe. And the wiki has some great information on that, but it's nice that we have, vendor search now that you don't back in the day. If you wanted to buy something, I mean, you had to know where people were going to be selling things. So you had your specific areas where it was like, oh, yeah, you go to Luna because they have all your high end stuff. You go outside of, U Gate, you're going to have, this stuff there. You need resources. Oh, well, you're going to have to go to this place. You had to know where to find these places. Now with vendor search, it makes it so much easier that you can have a vendor literally anywhere, and it'll take you directly to them. And also helps with pricing too, I found. I always do a vendor search before, or an auction safe search if need be, to find out how much something is and figure, hey, should I be low end, the high end, or right in the middle? I try to stay right in the middle, unless I'm just like, okay, I wouldn't pay that for this. This is what I would pay. And sometimes that works in a lot of people's favor, because it's like, okay, well, I get that they're selling the dies for 100K each, but I wouldn't buy that, bright red die for more than 5K. So that's what I'm going to price it at. So, yeah. Again, it goes back to things are only worth what someone will pay for it. And does it mean that, you may be losing money? Yeah. But if gold is not your thing, then it really doesn't matter. If your idea is just to help people out, then yeah. I used to do LRC suits. I used to put them on a vendor. Oh gosh, ages ago. I used to put it on a vendor, and I would make them so cheap for new players, so that they could always go and grab an LRC suit for super cheap. I'm talking like, because we all know you start off with, minimal gold. I was putting it in there for like 250 gold pieces for an entire suit. I was losing gold putting it out there, but I did it because it helped new players. And I think that's still something that people today still do, that I think is amazing, as I have witnessed so many people that are like, hey, I'm new to the game, how does this work? Do I need reagents? Do I need this? Where do I find this? And you have so many players that are like, here's a full rune book. Here's an LRC suit. Here's this. Here's 1,000,000 gold. That'll get you started. Here's this. Let me help you get started with that. Here's some. I saw somebody give somebody a bag full of Scroll of Alacrity scrolls and Scroll of Transcendence scrolls for a new player, and said, look, this will help you. Go nuts. Work it up to this point, then use these. And it was just, wow. It warms the heart. It does. It warms the heart every time I see that. It really, really does. I love seeing it, and I think that's what makes this community so amazing. It really does. It makes the community absolutely wonderful. And there's no other community like UO. There really isn't. I absolutely love our community. But to give an example, goodness sakes. So to give an example, we stood still too long again. We stood still too long again. To give an idea, it makes the community stronger. It really, really does. And I think that's so important. I do. And it makes me happy that even after over 20 years, you're still seeing it happen. And I think that's I think the coolest thing of everything, is, you know, that we're still seeing it to this day. All right, so like I know Gladius, you had mentioned you were doing the cleanup rewards, cleanup points. And to give an example, and with the cleanup points, you know, all you do is trash it. That's all you do. You take the item, you put it in the trash. You're in the underworld now. Yeah, yeah. Underworld's great for stuff. It really is. So we have the cleanup officer. This is the one in West Brit. He's right next to the cleanup point exchange. You can't miss him. And what you're going to do is you can see all the cool stuff. And there's a lot. So we can go through. We have the mailbox. We have our humans and elves are our friends. Gargoyles are our friends. We are pirates, follower of Bane, Queen Dawn Forever robe. We have the mannequin deed. We have lily pad and lily pads, different kinds of mushrooms. We've got the Sherry the Mouse statue, the refinement amalgamator. Just got the red plate fighting Kraken at the moment. Nice! Super nice. And then the chaos tile deed. And then these are all the virtue tile deeds. That's the square that you'll see with the virtue on it. It's like a green square, except for the chaos deed, but it's green square and it has the virtue, like the cup and the honesty hand, etc. And then we have the knight's clothes helmets, and they're armor sets, so you can get nice armor sets if you need them. We also have, let's see, we're going through all the armor sets, the scout stuff. Let's see, this is the sorcerer set, and with all the pieces is how you get, yeah, the full, you know, potential of your suit. We have the yucca tree, a nice table lamp, bamboo, horse barding deed, the scroll of alacrity. And yeah, you can get a random, it's random, so you're not going to know which one that you're going to get. It is an absolutely random scroll, but you could get a really nice one. We then have snakeskin boots, and these are the resist boots. Nature's Tears, which is a face slayer, so you can get, you know, your slayer stuff. Sophisticated elven tapestry, ornate elven tapestry, the chest of drawers, the footed chest of drawers, the dragon head, the nest with eggs. Again, the fisherman's stuff, which isn't bad, by the way. It's not bad. Bestial helmets. Again, lots of armor pieces to help with a lot of different things. The giant toad costume, the zombie costume, the fire pit, my favorite, the presentation stone, the beehive. It's animated. You probably saw it. It had a cloud of like bees before. The archery butte. We also have Etoile Bleu, as well as Soleil, Lune Rouge, Novo Blue. Yeah, Soleil Rouge. So we have those. And then, of course, we have our pigments. And these can go for quite a pretty penny if you know which ones are popular. And they're just tons and tons and tons of pigments. And then we also have talismans that you can get, luck talismans, all sorts of talismans. And then finally, the pièce de résistance is a Volum held in a crystal. And the Volum is an adorable pet. It's kind of, how do you explain? It's kind of like a giant cat thing with wings. It's so adorable. It's so stupid adorable. It's so cute. I love that. I love it. I do. I worked my butt off to get one. But yes, they are absolutely adorable. And I don't think those sell as much as they used to when they first came out, though. I know when they first came out, everybody wanted one. But yeah, you can find stuff Um, these stealables are great. Um, if you know, people aren't looking to buy them on your shard, they work great for, the cleanup rewards. And again, you can make good gold off that too, especially with the pigments and stuff, because they're really cool pigments in my opinion. But yes, that is an excellent way. And basically, you trash your items, and then each item is worth. There's the horse barding deed. That's what it looks like. Not in that white, of course. And that's the chaos tile deed. So they all kind of look like that, except with their respective virtue in there. So to give an idea, and there's the mailbox that you can obtain. So yeah, unless you want a super snazzy mailbox, then you get it from the UO store. Yeah, you get it from the Ultima store in game right there. And that is a snazzy one. Personally, I do love the let's see if it's in here. I do love the mailboxes in here. See, we have the cat one, we have the lion, we have the scarecrow, we have the other kitty. Some of them are a little bit harder to see when you have mail than others. We have the decorative mailbox, we have the dolphin, the barrel, the squirrel. So yeah, like some of these are pretty obvious, like the flag, the light turns on. Some of them are obvious, and then some of them are a little less obvious. It's a little bit harder to see, like when you have mail, the ears go back, so it's a little bit harder to see, but still cool. Tail will go up, that kind of stuff. Still really cool though. And then of course we've got lots of decorative stuff to make your house look so snazzy. Or evil, if you want a bed of nails. Just saying, right? So yeah, lots to choose from as far as mailboxes are concerned. But if you want something snazzy, definitely go with getting yourself one from the Ultima store, because they're snazzy. I like them. I do enjoy them very much. And then, of course, like I said, next week we are going to be reading some stories. We're going to be celebrating the holiday. We are going to be doing Krampus next week. That I think is going to be a lot of fun. So we'll get some trade runs in, and yeah, we'll have fun with that. I know. I'm pretty sure I can do those because it doesn't require me actually fighting anything. And like, as I've always said, I've always been 100% transparent. Everything that I get is going to go, as far as, stuff like that, goes straight to the EM. And the EM can decide what they want to do with it. So, yeah, they can decide how they're going to use it for deco, or maybe they'll use it in some kind of build they do. Or maybe they will put it in their counselor's hall or something. We'll see. We'll see. But I think that is going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to do that with you all because trade runs are my jam. Trade runs have always been my jam. I love doing trade runs. I like doing them on my archer, but that's just me. All right. So I think that's everything that we have going on. You need to try them out doing trade runs. It's okay. You need to try doing trade runs. Well, you should join us, Gladius, next week. We'll do trade runs together. Heck yeah. We'll do trade runs. We'll do trade runs all together. And yeah, we'll have a great time. Have I ever been strong in an online game, Android network? Um, Strong how? Like all of my characters are Grandmaster or Legendary. I mean, if it's able to be 120, it's 120. If it's not, it's GM at the very least. I mean, I've soloed plenty of stuff on my own, if that helps. Like I said, I think the only thing I've been 100% transparent about is I'm not good at PvPing. Just not. I don't have the nerves. I don't have the nerves to do it. But welcome to the chat. Gladius, one thing about UO players, we never leave a skill unfinished. 110% true. 110% true. Never. Nope. Gotta finish it. I can't tell you how many times somebody's asked me, hey, can you come do this with me? And it's like, oh, I'm in the middle of working this. I need to work this. It's the, I really need to work alchemy though. Can we wait a bit? Can I bring my alchemist with? Can he fight? No! I will be there in support. But yes, Gladius, you should join us next week. Like I said, we're going to be streaming pretty well almost all week next week. And we're going to do trade runs for Krampus. So we'll get to it and we're going to have a good time. Yes, we are. But in the meantime, I hope all of you have fun playing whatever game it is that you are doing. Specifically, I mean, you'd have more fun if you were playing Ultima Online, though. Just saying. Yeah, cool. But yeah, I want to thank you all for joining me today. I had a lot of fun today. It was nice to just sit and chat with you all, and kind of, hopefully answer questions that you may have had or anything like that. So hopefully I've answered a lot of questions that have come up and given you a little bit more insight into some things, as well as just kind of going back down memory lane, as it were. Witty Otter, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I always do. I enjoy this. And I can't wait for next week, because next week's going to be so awesome. Don't forget. Oh, awesome stream. Nice meeting you. Found you on YouTube. Oh, well, thank you. It was nice meeting you as well. Don't forget the hot cocoa next week, okay? Don't forget your cup of hot cocoa. You got to have your cup of hot cocoa ready, okay? So I will post to the social medias and everything about these special streams so that you do not miss it. But just in case you need to mark it on your calendars, it'll be 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday. Bring your hot cocoa. We're going to have fun. We're going to have so much fun. So, but yes, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great day, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Stay safe and warm out there. And as always, be good to each other. I'll see you again on Monday. Bye.